With La Boheme was a few years back. I went to see it at the Met. I was in love with the opera, and it was one of the very few operas that I cried at the end. You know, it's one of the operas I to this day it's hard not to. I mean, I've been in I don't know, many productions and lots of performances of La Boheme, and it gets to me every time. It's one of those operas that you say to yourself, okay, today I'm not going to cry. Today I'm just an actor. I'm going to portray my emotions and give the audience an honest to God performance. But you know, I won't let it get to me that much. It's impossible. It'll get to you every time. It's written with such intelligence, with such perfection, that it's impossible not to stir any feelings in you. So this opera is, to me, is my bread and butter. This is the opera I do the most, and I enjoy the most. That's part of it. If it wasn't, I guess I wouldn't do it that often. I am really enjoying this particular staging because, well, I've done La Boheme with Kelly in the past, and we're a very good team, I like to say. We get along real well, and the voices match, and it's easy to act with her. So I think the public is going to get a nice, honest portrayal of this piece, and I'm thrilled. Well, thankfully, the crying part comes at the end, where you just have 4 notes to sing, Mimi, Mimi, you know. So those, and with experience and lots of performances, I remember the first time I sang it, I mean, I got choked up half of the time, every other performance I would get choked up, and those last 2, because it was so emotional. You learn to adjust it. But the way it affects me is maybe after the show, I get an hour or 2 of, oh my God, I'm so drained. It's very, my body really feels as if something horrible had just happened to me. And I take that as a good side effect of having done something right. I mean, during the performance, all the feelings will be there. But with experience, I've learned to not let them get to this part of myself, but stay in my mind and in my heart. So, like I said, this opera really moves me, and it's quite awesome. What I told my mom and my dad when they first came to see La Boheme, they had never seen it, and they came to see me a few years back in LA. And I told my mom, just bring Kleenex, bring Kleenex, bring hankies, because you'll need them. Also, be prepared to, I don't know, it happened to me that I had a period in my life where not much was getting to me emotionally. I was a little closed because that's the world around you, you know? You have to fake your emotions at work sometimes. I mean, I worked, before being an opera singer, I was an engineer, so you get to hide a lot your feelings in this society nowadays. In the past, I believe it wasn't this bad. Now it's everybody goes to therapy because they cannot do it with their family. And I think La Boheme and most of Puccini operas like Madame Butterfly, but La Boheme is a great example of therapy. Some people, I think, if they just went to opera instead of, I mean, I'm not saying go to opera instead of the shrink, but it's actually great to filter bad emotions, and it really opens you up. So in my experience, when you go prepared to really open yourself, nobody will be seeing you, looking at you. You will be looking at the audience, at the performance, and something is going to be happening inside of you. And if you let it happen, bring the Kleenex because you'll need them. But it's really something, and I really advise people to experience it. And you know, I think you'll be quoting me later that opera will actually help you find peace with yourself. I mean, this is my first time in Portland. I came briefly I was here for less than 12 hours when I came to audition. And it was very cold when I came. That's all I remember. But this time, the weather is awesome. I see bicycles everywhere. I'm going to get my bike in 5 minutes. So I really plan on having fun here, and it looks like a really fun city, and you know, it's great to be here. The company, everybody's been so nice, so welcoming, and it's awesome.